What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is my monthly video where I go over the top 5 most overpowered cards in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. So basically, rather than doing just the top 5 in general, so that I don't have just 5 small forwards, I'm going to be doing the top 5 most overpowered player in each position, as well as a honorable mention. And to be honest, a lot of the times there's very little between the top and second, and it's definitely the case with the majority of these positions. And also, I'm going to leave kind of 3 at the end of kind of just as last 3 players, and they're kind of really overpowered cards, but more so affordable overpowered cards, and not cards that are just going to be out of a lot of people's price ranges. I will actually be doing a budget squad. I'll be doing a most overpowered budget squad at each position, and I will be probably doing that in a couple of days, because as of the time I'm posting this video, I'm probably going to post this one and then a dynamic duo video straight after this. I'm actually currently not in the country. I'm away for the next 3 days, so from now until Wednesday all these videos have been recorded on Sunday. But anyway, so now let's go on to the players. Actually, before we get on, I'm going to show you guys who were on this list last month. So the starters in each position are the top 5 in the top 5 most overpowered. The second 5, or number 6 through 10, are the kind of alternatives in each position, point guard through center, and the last 3 are the budget players. So if you guys want to compare them from the start of the month to the end, you can. And also there will be, if you guys look up top 5 most overpowered DBG in Google, I will have basically the same video for every single month of the year pretty much. So you guys will be able to compare if you want. Obviously this is just something that I'm kind of interested in doing, is comparing how the best cards are this month, last month, the month before, and kind of comparing how they were back in October to how they are now. But that's just me, and if it's something you guys want to do, it's an option that's there. But anyway, now let's go on to the list. So at the point guard position, I think that the most overpowered point guard that you can buy right now is Magic Johnson. Obviously Walt Frazier is the best, but again, you can't buy him. And then the second most overpowered point guard in my team, there's honestly, I don't know, this one's a really close one, because it's between 3. It's between Gilbert Arenas, Penny Hardaway, and Gary Payton. I really like Gary Payton for his defense. Penny Hardaway's got the height to compete at the point guard position, but I still am going to give the edge to the base 11 cheese shooter that is Gilbert Arenas. Mainly because once he gets takeover, it's just game over. So Gilbert Arenas is 6'4", 99 offense, 95 defense overall. The majority of you guys know the stats of this card. I'm just going to glance through them now and then kind of explain why I still have him on this list, even a couple of months after he's been released. I just think that Gilbert is nearly impossible to guard on ball. Obviously, if you're playing off ball, it becomes a little bit of a problem, but he's one of the best players at shooting off the screen. He's one of the best fadeaway jump shooters in the game, and he can actually dunk quite well. Really nice defender. He's got Hall of Fame limitless range, so if he's given an inch of space, he's going to be hitting shots. And in my opinion, this Gilbert Arenas is still one of the most OP cards in the game, and still a card that can dominate in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. Although, this card is just on another level. Like, I was not the biggest fan of this Magic Johnson 97 overall, but it was an unbelievable defender. However, the 98 overall Magic is the other Magic with a 3-ball. Basically, 99 offense, defense overall. Comes with 8 Hall of Fame badges, doing Dimer, which is great, Lob City Passer, Pick and Roll Maestro. Lob City Passer is actually a huge one to have, especially when you've got an athletic team. He's also got difficult shots, which is a big badge to have, and tireless score, which is one of the most important Hall of Fame badges in the game, especially if you're trying to overall choose, which, to be honest, I don't actually do much because it's irrelevant on PC anyway. But also got some good gold badges. But the reason why this card's so good is it's Magic. He's one of the best defensive cards in the game, and even without a shooter I have on him, he goes to a 95 shot 3, as well as having a good contested and off dribble, which is the big difference between this card and his 97 overall. A good block and steal, is so fast, great on defense, and an off-balling Magic Johnson is one of the scariest players to come up against in my team. At the 2-guard position, I am going to go with the most overpowered still as Brandon Roy. And as next most overpowered, like at the 2-guard position, it's a really tough one. It is a really tough one, because I was kind of thinking Kobe, I was thinking Michael Jordan, but I'm going to have to go with Tracy McGrady. So T-Mac is just, the Hall of Fame limitless range sets T-Mac apart, as well as the cheesy animations. T-Mac's got incredibly cheesy dunk animations. He's got really good dribble moves. He can shoot from deep. He can dunk on everybody. He's got great ball control. He can, even though his defense leaves a bit to be desired, he's got a high block rating, which helps a lot. He's also longer at 6'8", which again helps with his defense because he's bigger. He's a good enough rebounder, super fast. Not the worst defender, obviously not the best. But yeah, I think the Hall of Fame limitless range is just what sets him apart. Even though I really do like Kobe, Kobe's release is a little bit slow, and MJ is just... There'll be a great version of MJ at some stage. And to be honest, if you know how to use MJ, he's a great card, but I think T-Mac's just that little bit better. And Brandon Roy, not necessarily this Brandon Roy, and same with this Gilbert Arenas here. The signature limited ones with just different Hall of Fame badges are slightly better. But Brandon Roy has got a really cheesy park release. He's got Hall of Fame posterizer. The signature limited has got Hall of Fame limitless range, which is huge. It's the one signature limited card I think is way better out of all the new signatures. Got a good post fadeaway, great shot made, good shot three, cheesy park release, great dunk, speed boost, great steal rating, great shot contest, super fast, great on defense, and he's basically T-Mac with slightly better defense. That's basically it. Brandon Roy is really nice in this game. At the small forward position is the craziest thing. For the first time since the inception of this series, we do not have Danny Granger on the list. We don't. Even though he's still incredible. And surprisingly enough, I genuinely thought I was always going to have Giannis on the list. But I don't. I got LeBron and I got Scotty. I got Scotty over Giannis. I don't like... You can argue any of either of those. You can argue Scotty should be on the... Or you could argue Giannis. You could argue that Granger still deserves a spot. Heck, you could argue Jason Tatum deserves a spot. Paul George deserves a spot in this list. Dominique deserves a spot in this list. Dominique's incredible. There's just so many good small forwards in this game. And to be honest, my point guard true small forwards and most of my lineups are all small forwards. It's just such an OP position. But LeBron James is just a beast. He's got Hall of Fame dimer. He's my favorite player to use a point guard. He's basically Magic Johnson with better animations. That's it. He's basically Magic with better animations. Like Magic, he defends like Magic. He's almost the same size as him. They're both guys with wider builds. He shoots the ball equally as well ratings-wise, but he's got a much better release. He's got better dunk animations. And yeah, he's just basically Magic with better animations. There's no other way to describe him. And Scottie Pippen is the best stats-wise, the best defensive card in the game stats-wise. But again, LeBron just feels better on defense. Scottie can clamp people up, but not like LeBron can. But Scottie does steal the ball better. Scottie shoots the ball better than LeBron from my experience as well. And they're both just incredible cards. The power forward position, most OP, same as last month, is Anthony Davis. And second most OP, like, I'm not going to put the guy that I want to put on the list, which is Tom Gugliotta. And a lot of you guys will want to see Blake Griffin. But I'm going to put Kuzma. I think Kuzma is incredible in this game. Kyle Kuzma is averaging 8 points a game for me. He's actually averaging more points than minutes played. Kuzma is he's a stretch big. He's not going to do too much rebounding wise and defending bigs. He's an alright rebounder though, but he's really fast, really good with the ball. More so like a small forward because has got insane post moves. And I actually used to run a point guard and he's super cheesy. He actually defends guards really well, just doesn't defend big men well, and is an incredible card. The center position, we are going to go with, there's like one clear-cut winner in my opinion of cards you can buy, and it is without doubt the GOAT. It is Pink Diamond Ben Wallace. That is obviously a joke. This card is garbage. And there's actually still people in my comments that tried to argue that Pink Diamond Ben Wallace is a good card in the game. It wasn't a good card the day it was released. It's still not good. And the second one is honestly preference. For some people, you prefer guys like Shaq, because Shaq's the best rim runner and he's the best defender of all these in my opinion. A lot of guys like Yao, and Yao's good. Kareem, some people like Kareem because he's just maybe like a 7'2 Shaq. Hakeem would be on this list, but you can't buy him. And where is he? I'm just going to pick Ralph Sampson because he's my favorite to use. I know a lot of people bring up the point that Ralph Sampson's wingspan is really small, which is true. If he had a longer wingspan, he'd be better than Arvydas Sabonis, but he is still 7'4", he's still long, he can still block shots quite well, he shoots the ball well, he's fast, he's good laterally, he's just a really nice center and is one of the better centers in the game, sorry, one of the best, period. And Arvydas Sabonis is just streets ahead. Like, streets ahead. He's 7'3", he's got a Hall of Fame dimer, he's one of the best shooting big men in the game, he's got an unbelievably cheese release, great from mid, great from three, insane in the post, good post looking fadeaway animations, a good dunker, he's got unbelievable passing stats, his outlet passing is better than any center I've used this year, he's at a 90 block and 92 shot contest, insane rebounding, and then at the same time, you expect a card like this, like Zydrunas Ilgauskas, to have really low speed rating, but nope, he's at 70 speed and acceleration, which is great for a 7'3" center. The one thing Sabonis doesn't have is lateral quickness. It's only 37. But he does have 92 on-ball defensive IQ, and he's long enough that he can kind of make up for a little bit. There is literally one stat. If that stat was 70 plus, there may not be a better center for another 2 months than Arvydas Sabonis. That is how good this card is. And then now we are going to go on to the affordable ones. First of all is just the obvious one. It's Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard is a beast. Like, he's an absolute beast. 6'7". He's one of the lockdown defenders in the game. Is just really nice shooter, can dunk, can do everything you need, and he's like he's only a slightly worse version of Scottie Pippen, but yeah, he's like 35k. Then we have got an Amethyst, who's literally been in the game since day one. For less than 5k MT, Giannis Antetokounmpo. If you're on a budget, just buy him. Like, if you're on a budget, he is just great to have. Still got some cheesy animations, not quite as cheesy as the Pink Diamond because he can't speed boost. If you give him a shoe and a good coach, he can, but he's just insane. He is incredible. I really like this Giannis card. He can still hold his own against God Squads, and he's 5k MT. And last up, honestly, there weren't that many great budget cards that haven't gone over to death in the last while. So, I don't even really know. I'm going to put in this guy here. I know I've made a video on him, but he is a really, really nice card. Great defender, can shoot the ball well, and is just going to lock down people and shoot threes. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. In my opinion, these are the most overpowered cards in NBA 2K19 MyTEAM. I genuinely do think that these are some incredible cards, and the fact is that it's crazy that Gilbert Arenas came out in December and he's still that overpowered. I think it'll only be a matter of time until we get a better point guard that's makes him no longer in the top 2 or 3 most overpowered cards. And the fact is that in the last month, Giannis and Danny Granger have been kicked off, have been taken out of this list. So with the way 2K are releasing great cards constantly, nobody is safe. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yoxi.